Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to my first day of grinding out Operation Heat. Interesting choice of words, maybe because Europe is having something of a heat wave. Global warming, there's an issue. Not to get political, instantly gets political, but there's always been something that, let's call it the environmentalist party, will try and use to get people very, very passionate about saving the world. In my day, it was the ozone layer. ZOMG, look at these pictures of the holes in the ozone layer above the polar caps. If this rate continues of ozone loss, we'll have no ozone by 2001. Guess what? The ozone layer, the thickness of that ozone layer fluctuates. So you can take a picture at, noon, and it'll look different than a picture that's taken at midnight or from one month to another. And guess what? I mean, I'm so white that if I step outside for 27 seconds, I'll get a third-degree sunburn. But it hasn't gotten any worse over the years. The ozone layer, still saving us from ourselves, or from our sun. And global warming. Well, all you gotta do is look at the fossil record, the geological records, as we bounce some shots here. This is KV-1B Finnish in the German team. One of the strongest heavy tanks in the game when it comes to armor protection, and with a decent gun. I think that was a high explosive round. If it was heat, it probably should have punched through. But heat is very unreliable. Maybe that's why that Sherman 105 is using the high explosive. I could be wrong though. We're going to pick up 7 kills in this match, just with the KV-1B, so enjoy that. I know it doesn't look like we're going to get 7 kills at the beginning of this match, and we needed to back out of there because that Su-57 will take no prisoners with its main gun. It can punch right through our armor, even with some angling. So we'll face off against the Churchill instead. He's a tough nut to crack, and honestly, I don't know where to pen a Churchill. Mark 1. We'll do our best. But to get back to, we'll call it fear-mongering, or save the world mentality. They're always trying to get the teenagers to save the world, and the moms to worry about things, and the dads to be angry about things. At least that's been my impression when it comes to groups of people trying to acquire influence over the common rabble. That's why democracy, as a pure form of government, doesn't work. Greece. Anyway. Global warming. Why the heck am I talking about global warming in a War Thunder video? Well, again, this isn't politics. This is just we're looking at group behavior dynamics. Shut up. Oh, hey, that one went through. That's nice. That means that our next shot's going to take him down. Indeed, it does. That delicious lower side armor of the Sherman. So thin, so fun. We should be dead now. That's an Achilles M10 with a 17-pounder. My only hope is for my teammates to rescue me before he pumps another one into my hull. Well, another one, I guess. My goodness. And he goes down. Praise the Lord. So, did I mention this is going to be a 7-kill match? At the beginning of this match, did it look like it was going to be a 7-kill game? You know what? I didn't think so either. But after surviving that, I thought, you know what? Maybe today is my lucky day. Perhaps today is a good day to die. Ramming speed. Global warming. So the Earth, if you dig a bit, shows signs of having a massive tropical zone over the course of its history. What does that mean? Well, it means that the Earth was quite a bit warmer. in the past, and life flourished. It was actually good for life on the planet to have a taste of the old global warming. And here I am on the Oregon coast enjoying a balmy summer that is definitely warmer than our summers have been in the past, enjoying milder winters than we've had in the past. It's almost like we're California with slightly more freedom, if our current governor doesn't get what she wants. Yes, this is definitely not a political video. To Gulag with you. Is KV can still take to Gulag. Let's push a little bit forward past those bushes. Can we get a shot on the M10? Ranging with the machine gun on most of the KV-1 models is really helpful. The coaxial rifle caliber machine gun has very similar ballistics to your APHE round, so that comes in very handy. You can see me testing a shot here, seeing exactly where the round's going to go. Well, we didn't have quite enough depression to hit there, so we put one into the upper frontal plate and call it a night. M10, one of our dangerous enemies. At close range, I'm not scared of them. They don't have the gun handling to deal with the low-speed maneuverability of the KV-1B. But they do have the penetration on their main gun. I think it sits at around 125 at point-blank range for the APHE, which can very much end my day in a hurry. And my crew has definitely seen better days. But we press on. So that's my 2 cents about global warming. It feels to me like it's another tool that people use to try and get people to join their team, as it were. The Earth has been through several periods of warming and cooling, and the temperatures have to shift quite a bit before life on Earth is in serious danger. In fact, the planet's a bit colder than it could be, and a little bit of warming will probably be good for life on this Earth. I suspect that there is a calamity coming to the planet, but it has nothing to do with what the political left will call it. The opposition party is what it really is. They just kind of, they don't have a platform. They just take a stand against anything that the main political party in America is standing up for. That seems to be why they lose elections, and then win when the people get sick of the main political party. Anyway, that's my political talk, which is completely unwelcome in the game of War Thunder. But it all comes back around to Operation Heat. Things are not what they at first appear. I thought this match was going to be a disaster, but I thought, you know what? You win some, you lose some. And taking that balanced approach that we will live to play another day. We live a play another day. Taking that approach, it's a Waterboy reference by the way, is really good for your sanity. You see, getting upset does not make you a better tanker. Getting angry does not make you better at War Thunder. Getting frustrated makes you worse. I hear an enemy tank around the corner. I figure he's somebody that knows I'm here, pulling around to flank. So we whip around. Great low-speed maneuverability of the KV-1B. Torquey engine, huge tracks. Good stuff. An airplane crashes near us, thankfully. No bombs. Guess they weren't looking to team kill, or they didn't have the equipment. We double tap the whatever under-armored box tank Mark 12. The British, what's up with you and your box tanks? This is like the first time ever that I don't kill an M4 cast tank with the first shot. In fact, he's going to take a few hits, so good on him. Usually I aim for the shoulders of the M4. Oh, I guess he just tanked one hit. This time I aimed for the driver's hatch. And it seemed like it was about the same shot, but this one went through. Que sera, sera. And Now we're golden. I think we're up to around 6, maybe even 7 kills at this point. So we're happy. So now I can talk more about your mental state for the Operation Heat grind. As with all of these events, especially the summer style event, I think it was called Good Old Summer last year. It's been called Operation Summer. There was the Hanger What's It event, and then there's all kinds of... this style of event has been going on in War Thunder for a long time with different flavors as things go along, but basically there's a time aspect to the event. You can't complete everything in your own time, which I actually see as a disadvantage. I actually preferred the workshop events because you could complete the dang thing in like 4 days of heavy grinding, and then complete it again, and then complete it again. And I think that Gaijin recognized that as an issue. Let's look at my third battle of the day. My second battle was a wash. It didn't end well for me. I don't think I made any progress at all. I was testing something. I wanted to see if you... Oh, I might have gotten a kill. I wanted to see if you could spawn in a rank 2 vehicle. In my case, I used the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 234/4 and capped a point, and then hopped into my KV-1B. And it did not give me credit for a base capture, so you cannot make progress on this event in a vehicle that is rank 2 or lower. You gotta be in a rank 3 vehicle to make any progress. So kills, caps, assists, those all need to be in at least a rank 3 vehicle. I also tried jumping into Matchmaker with my German 6-7 lineup, CAS heavy, just to try flying a little bit of CAS and maybe make some progress on the air portion of things, as I do plan to grind out the air and ground portions of the event. But Germany 6-7 is extremely popular right now, so I decided to give it a shot. Very nice. Great timing there. Give it a shot. Blam! In the T114, by the way. You'll notice I have something for golden name tags. If you're new to the channel, I'm obsessed with premium vehicles. I'm always on that grind. Quick scout on what looks like a Panther 2. And I was getting some absolutely top quality support from the T92 light tank, which is available in the regular tech tree for America. It's probably one of the best light tanks in the game, certainly at 6.7. Hey Germany, don't you have a great light tank that's only premium at 6.7? Wouldn't it be cool to have a regular tech tree variant? Anyway, there's lots of nations that could use more scout tanks, especially in the mid tiers, that being tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. Higher than that, it's almost like light tanks don't matter, but that's a different issue. So this is another way to grind Operation Heat, and we were having a great time. I was having lots of fun. I was getting some quality support, just barely bounced that off the side of the Tiger 2 105, I think, and our second shot. Autoloader, you're welcome. Goes right through the turret front, showing the world who's the better tank. Spot Narado, call it out to my teammates. They can hear those jet engines as well as anybody else, but I do what I can. If there is an allied prop in the sky, he has a good chance of chasing down the Arado. It loses a lot of energy while maneuvering, and it'll have 2 bomb drops if it doesn't drop them all at once. So there is a chance that somebody could chase that guy down if they're warned about him ahead of time. Somebody in the air, that is. I've got other things to do. See a Panther, take a shot, whiff it horribly. Second one on target. Risky shot, goes into the turret. He's already taken some damage, probably from the T92. And Boondock Saints. It looks like we both shot him at about the same time. My heat round goes through ammo. T92 and I are slapping each other on the back, so we have completely secured this zone, and I'm pushing forward. And this is fun. This is a lot different gameplay than the KV-1B. This time my goal is to be just about 90 degrees off to the side of where the enemy is moving. And then, as you see, I pop around the corner, put some shots into him, scout him. This is very aggressive light tank gameplay, and I'm really more... Oh, hello there, Mr. Bomb. Somebody got tired of my existence. And there's really not anything you could do against a 1,000-kilogram bomb. Thinking about what to do next here, I decide to... what do I decide for? I think I actually pick the A2D. Nope, I make a mistake first. We're gonna spawn in a heavy tank. Play a little bit aggressively, you'll see the mistake that I make. I did not count on my opponent being the excellent shot that he turned out to be. I did a dumb. So, what else can we talk about? It's kind of nice to make one of these longer format videos. It's been a while since I've been on one of my own videos, and you see that I've gone back to using the long shadow play recordings. I've set up my replay for 20 minutes, and I was glad that I caught the entirety of this battle because it turned out to be a really fun battle. And I missed this when I was just making kill compilations and replay videos. I absolutely have been just completely enjoying doing replay videos, and I have some more of those lined out for the days ahead. And I've also gotten, I think, 3 or 4 interviews done in the past month or two, and that is my absolute favorite thing to do with all of my videos. I think that out of all the things that I've accumulated, if I call it things, you get what I mean, over this, what is it, almost 2 years in making videos? Yeah, a little bit more than 2 years. I started really getting into YouTube right before Brooklyn was born. That would be Tank Toddler today. And in fact, I don't know if I told you guys this one in a video already. Apologies. I'm going to use my old man card here to tell you a story I probably already told you before. Die, tractor! This tank is so big. Like, you forget how huge these heavy tanks are until you start doing things like knocking over tractors. Anyway, I'm just having a good old time in my T29. I've already done the things that I wanted to do in this battle, which was to capture a zone and to get some kill assists. I don't think that scouting actually gives you assists toward the event, even though it credits you with a kill assist in the game for scouting an enemy target. So maybe that's changed, but I don't think it has. Panther 2, our round bounces off the frontal plate. As you do, I think that's around 120 millimeters of armor. And I thought we were just gonna bounce a shot there, but we in fact did not bounce that shot. You'll see he aimed for exactly the right place. Lower frontal plate. I didn't think he'd have the gun depression to shoot me there, but that was just me being dumb. I'm used to facing Soviets, and let's just forget that happened. Let's have some fun. We're gonna go T28, or we're gonna hop into the sky. I think we'll hop into the sky. So let me tell you the story I've already told you before. It's a quick one. It's a Tank Toddler story. So Brooklyn, my 2-year-old daughter... Oh, I just spied on the baby. She's out. Perfect. I gave her a bottle and laid her down on her back. Put a nice breathable cotton blanket over her to support her, because she still sort of flails a bit when she's feeding. She doesn't have the hand-to-mouth coordination that Brooklyn had at her age. Talking about my younger daughter, 6 months old. So she is, thankfully, sleeping peacefully. Brooklyn, Tank Toddler, is just about to fall asleep as well. I hear her making some stranded toddler sounds in her crib right now. But there was a squeak. But they're dimming in intensity, and she might be. We just missed with our bombs there. I'm very cautious when I'm dropping the 2,000-pound bombs in the A2D, because it just doesn't pull out of a dive the way you would want it to for close range bombing. And those 2,000-pound bombs pack a lot of explosive I mentioned previously that it seems like self-damage from bombs in an airplane has been extended. It's even less safe to dive bomb at close range. And that's something that, if it is a recent change, then it adds a little bit more challenge to dive bombing. And it has encouraged me, especially in the A2D, to use a little bit more skill and finesse, a bit of panache when I'm doing my dive bombing. So that works pretty well. I'm a little bit disappointed with the A2D. As a 6.7, it just doesn't have the maneuverability I want from not the fastest aircraft at its battle rating, and it doesn't have the speed that I would want from a jet. So it's sort of not enough of one and an insufficient amount of the other. But it does make up for it in versatility, I suppose. And if the radar ever starts to work again, that would be super cool. If I could lock on to that, I think that's a Focke-Wulf right there. We're going to mess him up pretty good. The guns. I have no complaints about the guns. I'm actually a huge fan of wing-mounted guns now, because they spread out your damage, and if you can hit with a few rounds, you can do some serious damage. Gives you a few options in a head-on as well. You can do some skewing, and I still haven't told you the story. It's a super short story, by the way. So, roughly 2 years ago, this would have been, I think, even before I really got into YouTube. In fact, yes, it was, because I made a custom camouflage that was inspired by the soon coming birth of my first daughter. And we knew she was going to be a girl. I already knew some things about her, like she's constantly moving. So I made a Hello Kitty camouflage for the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 234/4 that you see quite a bit on this channel. We got a critical hit on the cooling system of the Ta. By the way, later on in this match, we're going to pick up a critical hit as we crit his engine from overheating. That's going to be credited to us. That's a new change in the game. And eventually, we'll get kill credit when he goes down. Again, that's a change in the game recently, and I'm appreciating it in this battle. Speaking of, here's another vehicle I haven't played very much, but the power of its gun, it's going to work out for us. Just about anything would work at what we're going to see here. That's right. That's right. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. Back to the story. So, before my first daughter, Brooklyn, was born, I made a tank skin that was inspired by the fact that we were going to have a girl. Hello Kitty skin, pink and white, white background, pink polka dots, the kitty all over it in cute ways, and I've always had that as one of my favorite custom camos, because it reminds me that this was made because my daughter was about to be born. I'm a dad. I really love my girls too. And a couple days ago, I was watching one of my videos that I was working on with the Sonderkraftfahrzeug, the Hello Kitty camo on, and Brooklyn, who's 2 now, goes, "Look, a pink one! Look, a pink one!" And she was so happy to see the pink tank on TV. Girl loves pink. It's kind of cute because she's really girly in some ways, and she's also ridiculously tough and determined and strong, and that's a characteristic that it's good for ladies to have, because there's a lot of things in life that they have to face, and it's nice to have the strength to face those things with determination and guts. And they're also allowed, there's our critical hit, they're also allowed to be weak, and I definitely see that girl when she's strong and when she's weak and when she's sensitive. And she has decided that pink is her favorite color, which, I definitely didn't discourage her from that, but she just likes pink. And it just made my day that she was excited about the tank camouflage that I made for her. Because it's hard to impress Mommy with War Thunder stuff. She knows too much. She sees the dollar amounts that I spend on this game, and she's just like, you go out and you pick up extra work on the side, and it all just goes into your game. It's never date money. It's always golden name tag money. And you know what? She's right. It's hard to impress her. So I just try and take good care of her, and I think she appreciates that. I try and make life a little bit more comfortable for her when she gets home. She works really hard. I'm talking about my wife here. And my girls, though, they're the ones that make me feel like a superhero when I'm doing what they want me to. And other than that, I am the hero this city needs if I'm not the hero the city asked for. Anyway, Operation Heat. I am happy. I'm thrilled that there is this group of people that are supporting each other. Yes, that is an enemy tank. And we got our revenge kill on the Su-100. M18, still a viable tank at 6.7, and not a bad idea for putting into a lineup, because it doesn't take much to spawn into this thing. I think 90 spawn points, generally, when you're in an up tier. So, that's nothing. That's like 5 hits, either give or take, and after that, you're making a profit when it comes to spawn points. So, a really good deal. And look at this mobility. Capture another zone? Don't mind if I do. I just need like 13 more, right? Anyway, I'm really enjoying life. I was saying that I am thrilled that there is a small, tight-knit group of people on the Thunder Zone Discord. You'll find a link to that in the description of this video. That's where you can connect with the other fans of the channel and my friends that I've made online. You guys all know who you are, and yes, QWERTYs, you're definitely included in that group, even though you do evil things to poor low-tier peoples. I actually love it. I think I have another replay recorded already that I just need to do some voiceover for, some commentary. So again, really looking forward to that. Wouldn't it be cool if, I guess, now that I'm a real YouTube channel, and I've talked with a lot of people that are involved in War Thunder YouTube, and they're like, man, why don't you get more views? And then I tell them, plainly that I don't cover the stuff that people are interested in. I think that's the main reason I don't get more views. I think YouTube doesn't like me either, because I don't monetize my videos, so they're like, we're not sharing that. We're not getting ad revenue off of this. So I don't know. I don't know how it works, but basically, I feel emboldened to dream now. Number one, I'm just happy that you guys are supporting each other through this event and making friends and connecting at Toshio Thunder Zone. If you don't find a group to play with, then the TEC Hub Discord is the next place I would steer you toward. There's always a group of people there that have ability and are ready to play with you or to chat with you and give advice on the event. And he has a huge community. I've had nothing but good experiences with people I've met on the TEC Hub Discord, and that's why I recommend it. But getting back to daydreaming, my dream is, number one, I want to interview as many people as I can. I've said again and again, it's the most fun thing that I do, and it really is. There's nothing like getting a look at the lives of people from all around the world that share a few things in common with us. Generally, it's other people that play War Thunder or are involved in the community somehow. But I think I talked to Potential History. That's one of my older interviews. And what a cool guy for back when I had like 300 subs or something, and he made time to do an interview with me. I want to do as many interviews as I can. It's the best thing ever. But also, am I rambling in this video? Just a little bit. Battle's almost over. Hang in there. Look at this comeback, by the way. Our team did a great job here. A lot of good vibes, and even the enemy team was impressed. This was a good match. This was a really feel-good match. And the other thing I want to do is lots and lots of replay videos. My goal is to the point where I spend more time featuring other people and what they're doing on my channel than I do showing my own stuff. And that's one of the reasons why it's nice to show some of my own stuff here. Some live gameplay. Haven't showed this in a while. Basically uncut, showing you exactly what I was up to and demonstrating how even, not the most skilled tanker, can make good progress in the event. Talking about the KV-1B, you don't have to have that finished pay-to-win vehicle to do well. You can do similar things in the premium rank 3 KV-1B 756R with an even better gun, or you can play one of the rank 3 KV-1s for the USSR, which perform very well. Anyway, there are lots of strategies to do well in Operation Heat, and I would be happy to share that with you guys over the course of the event. But I guess all I really have to say is I'm glad you stopped by. I hope the event's going well for you. Don't get upset. Don't get worried. You'll make your progress. And at the end of the road, you'll have access to a vehicle that is really something special in the game. And every vehicle that I missed out on grinding in the past for one reason or another, generally it came down to me just going, okay, I don't have time for this. I don't have room in my life for this event. You know what? I always look back and go, man, I wish I'd stuck with it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.